Howdy, Possum Patty here, and yes, today I am working on my pile of journals. Just a little gentle journaling today, starting with the nutty. Come on along. This is my nutty trashy. I made this from packaging for Planters honey roasted peanuts. I didn't alter the package at all. I just cut off the side and the top and the bottom. And I will link the video below on how I made this. I have 5 signatures in here. And I did put some more packaging on the inside, as you can see, front and back. And I only have a few pages done in here, but I would love to add more nutty friends and family in here. This is the page I am working on right now. And as you can see, I added this little crocheted bag of peanuts. This came from a children's book. And it was all about building, you know, a snowman or snow woman, snow folks, we shall call them. And I cut that out, that bag of peanuts right there. And I thought this was really a cool idea. And what they had done was put this bag of peanuts on the snowman outside in the winter so that like maybe a blue jay or another bird can fly by and pick out a peanut and have it for a tasty winter treat. So I just glued that on the pocket, and this pocket is made from an envelope, and it's actually a double pocket because see, that's an envelope, and then you've got the pocket there. So I can make 2 cards. I'm not sure how many I'm going to make, but I can make at least 2 cards to put in there. If I only make 1, that's fine. And I had happy mail from Carol at Crinkled Path, and she said here, let me find it quickly, sending my local nut photo from almond and walnut growing land. And she's pointing to a picture of a walnut there. This is a copy of the photo. I am going to put her real photo right in there. I might put it right there. But she has this information about California nuts, and I want to cut that out and put that on a card. And I thought I would use blue diamond almonds because she says right here, California produces 80% of the world's almonds and 100% of USA's commercial supply of almonds. And this blue diamond almond crackers, which are very good, have their corporation headquarters in Sacramento, California, which is not too far from where she lives. Maybe about 35 miles, something like that. So what I'm going to do is, I believe I took this off the card. I'm going to put her picture right here. Oh, this is zinc. Oh, that's perfect. So zinc is 0 ink for your mini printer, and they are stickies. And she didn't stick it in her card so that I could stick it right there. Okay, Carol, you get right on that bag of peanuts. I know peanuts is not from California, but the journaling card will be made out of the almond box, and I will put these notes on here. I'm back. Where did you go, Possum Patty? You were supposed to be sitting here journaling. That's what you said. You said you were going to journal today. Well, you may have noticed at the beginning of the video that my little birds of hope were spreading their wings and learning how to fly. And one of them was ready to go. He's fledged. So I finished him up and I sent him on his way. Now I'm praying that he lands in a safe place and puts a smile on someone's face. So I'm going to get back to my journaling right now. And I just wanted you to know that the very first Birds of Hope is on his way. Now, if you don't know my Birds of Hope, I will link that video below. And I'm making them out of paper and out of fabric. And this is a very easy pattern where you just take a strip of paper or material and you fold it, sort of like making a knot. But then you have a little head with a beak and a little tail, and you have a cute little bird ready to fly. So I'm going to add wings and add eyes, and then I'm adding a special message. So let me bring you over to the other camera and show you that, what I'm doing. And then I promise I will get back to my journal, at least get this one page done. Because I do want to pick a winner for those dies, which are over here. Let me reach across here. I made these dies and I painted them with sparkly paint, and I'm going to pick a couple of winners to win a set of these fairy house dies. And I want to do that today because I promised I would do it this week. So I have to pick a winner. I have to finish this page, and I just want to show you something with my birds of hope. And I have one page I want to share with you that I did do. All right. And then that might be it for today. These are the journaling cards that I'm going to make in just a moment. But I found this set in the drawer. Now, I got this from Temu to review. And it was these sort of like little resin beads or sequins. I don't know. It's kind of like a sequin, but they're soft and bendable, and I think they were resin or something like that. And look at all the colors, and there's like 4,000 of them here. So I took the bead off of yesterday's bird, and I put one of these little resin pieces, and I said, well, this is great. Even if I want to send it in the mail, and I don't want a bead like poking up through the envelope, that one of these little flat ones would make excellent eyes. So I did put one of these on the bird. And then I sat here and let me move this out of the way. I got to close it up good because I'd hate to have to pick all 4,000 of those up. So that was from Temu. And then, I know I got scraps everywhere here. I was writing on this muslin. This is a muslin that I got at the Sunday flea market the other day. And the Birds of Hope, I got this idea from Emily Dickinson, from her poem, Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Now, I just said that from memory, so I don't know if that's exactly right. Oh, here it is. Okay. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Oh, I got it right. Okay. If you want a copy of this along with the pattern to make these Birds of Hope, you get a couple of different ones. I don't know if I have them all here because, like I said, I was journaling. Okay, there's the practice one, and then one with a pointed tail and one with a split tail. And they're all on the sheet. And you can go to my Google Drive and print one out if you would like to. Let me show you that again. A little closer up. It is just a strip like this. Use the pattern that is part of the paper to cut out a strip. And then this one shows you exactly how to fold it up. Follow the numbers. 1, fold the tail in. 2, fold over the tail. 3, fold in the head. So here's the tail end, and you fold that, and you can line it up on your pattern just like that, and get that angle there, and then you fold that in, get that angle there. You turn it over and tuck the head in over there, and kind of like making a knot, give it a little tug there, get it snuggy, and there's your bird. Now this bird will get a wing and an eye and a message. And all I did was cut this out and put a loop at the top, like that. So I'm going to work on a few more of these. And the paper ones, oh, this is another fabric one. That's another fabric one. I do have some paper ones here. This one has its wing already and little faces drawn in. So I'm thinking of making a message to go with these. Now, Janet Nash made some birds of hope, and she put little heart wings that were a pocket. But you know what? If I look on the back of here, if I did put a bit of glue in there, didn't I? Okay. So if I put a glue there, then the back of the bird can be like a little pocket, and I could stick a little message in right there. Hope is a thing with feathers. I can put it in over there. So all I have to do is put some glue in there to hold that down and then make that a pocket. All right, let's get back to journaling. I was just having so much fun with these little birds of hope. And this one's kind of like the other one, but the opposite. And this is my favorite paper one. I love the mix of the purple and the green. So this one's got to get a wing. And then I think I will make little pockets and put little messages in. The paper ones will be just sent out in Happy Mail. And this is green but with purple. That one's green with pink. And this was one of my patterns. This one's got to get done. This has got to get done. And here's a paper one that needs to get finished. So you see, you still have a lot of work to do here. And I'll be making more. And I think I'm looking through my stash here. Okay. I got all my scraps of paper and everything. The material still piled up over there, ready to do more birds. So I will let you know as these go out, whether they're in the mail or just flying. Flying. Okay, so much for the birds of hope that have fled. All right, I moved those over. I have to recall what I was doing. I was working in my nutty journal. I was working on a page for Carol from Crinkled Path. I got her picture on there. Okay, so I'm doing the journaling cards. So she sent me some Happy Mail with this photo of her with a walnut. Now, where she lives in California, it is nut country. And she says, hope the photo is nutty friend worthy. So this was all on the top of the card that she sent me with the Happy Mail. And I took the actual photo and put it there, but I photocopied it again here. So this is going to be one card to go in the pocket, because this is a pocket over here. I might have said this all at the beginning of the video, but that's okay. I'm sort of reminding myself because I was out and about. I was trying to figure out what paper to put behind the photo and the words there because it wasn't quite big enough. And I wanted to get in all the words, enjoy all the good of original almond. I wanted to get that all on there with the pictures of the almonds from California. So I wanted to put some scrapbook paper or something behind. But I already had this page out that I used to put over there. So I said, I'll just use this, okay? But it's missing a little bit of a corner. So I figured I could just tuck that in the corner and that'll be fine. I don't need all of that. So I'm just going to glue this all together. I might round the corners or do something. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I could sew it. I could round the corners. Oh, I could put a little material on there, can't I? Now this card is going to stick way out from the pocket, but that is quite all right. It is a nutty journal. It's actually a trashy that I decided to put my nutty friends in and nutty family. Okay, I've got that part glued down, and now I'm going to put on her picture. And I went over to the organizer over there that has some material in it. But the material that I bought at the flea market, the Sunday flea market the other day, of course, hasn't been put away. It's still sitting on top. So I grabbed a piece of that. Okay. And I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. And I bought this as a little square, so this is just the size that it was, but I think it would work quite well. And oh, you know what? I did not want to cover up those words. I can sew it on one side. I just stuck this on here with a little bit of glue stick, but I'm going to take it to the machine in a minute and, you know, secure the fabric to the cardboard. And I rounded the bottom corners, and I'll probably just stitch around the whole card. And that'll be that. And it is going to stick way out. But if you notice, we've got Linda D sticking out up there. And Crinkled Path is going to be sticking out over there. And this is a nutty journal, so it's going to have lots of things sticking out in all directions. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that. But that has to get sewn first. Now I have another part of Carol's letter, and this is the one with all the facts about California. And so I'm just going to take another piece of that book page, and I'm going to just glue this on back here. And well, maybe I'll put a little fabric on this too. I just went over there to get another piece of fabric. And I think this one will work fine. I know it's a little wrinkled, but we're not going to worry about that, are we? We're just going to glue this down. And let's see, let's get the wide part. Well, actually, we'll leave a little room at the top to sew the fabric on. This is so funny, Carol. The shape of the way you wrote this is reminding me of California because it's such a long, narrow state. And I might, I don't know, what should I do? Should I just rip a little bit? But I want to leave the top. Where's the fabric? Because I've got this to go on here. Okay. So I love this. And do I need to make this smaller? Yeah. Put a little dab of glue. And then I'm going to go over to the machine and get this part done. I'll be right back. That was not too hard. I just did, you know, a stitch all around. Hold the material on as a tab. The original almond is funny because she's pointing to a walnut, but she does talk about almonds and walnuts, and I put peanuts over there because, you know, this is my peanut gallery. But what I did was I put this piece of green paper on the back side of this as a pocket, and I glued down this picture of the almonds. I know it's got some cashews, but this is kind of like mixed nuts, you know, my book of mixed nuts. And I've got my sewing all the way around there. And now this one is going to go over here. And just like that, look how nice all those colors are going together. Nothing has to match, believe me. Okay, so the nutty is done for now, and I could take this and put it back on the shelf. Well, little Miss Stinky Winky Woos. Hey, Stinky. Meow. Hello. Say hello. Okay. She's in here, not little Miss TT. We got little, yeah, little. She is not little, but we could call her little. I'm going to put Mr. Peanut back on the shelf over here. This is my flower-shaped summer journal, and I did a quick page in here, so I just wanted to show that to you. And I've got all, oh, you know, I did work on Little Miss Lulu Ladybug. I have a fabric one, and I made this journaling card that looks kind of like her. And I put her picture on the back, and her wings light up. And I did a little bit of journaling. Little Lulu Ladybug, inspired by Lizzi, that's Scrappin' Lizzie, and Janet Nash. I made my first rag doll. It was supposed to be very simple, chuckle, but she wound up having a very fancy dress and light up wings. So I failed at being simple. Even the journaling card about her is quite fancy. That's okay. I had a lot of fun doing that. So I did that. And that was all that happy mail. Oh, and I skipped a couple pages because I have stuff I want to put here. But I did this one, and this page goes back to May 8th. And it is about Baby Possum and his friend, and they went to a farm to pick some tulips. So this picture of tulips is from an old calendar. And this is some scrapbook paper I got at the flea market, and I added washi tape to bring a little bit of that red and white down here. And it looks kind of like a flower pot or a vase. And then I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Now I used some more of that basket weave paper on this side, and I put the washi tape there, and I have their picture. And it's hard to see, but there are tulips all in the background over there. And they are out picking tulips on Long Island and smiling. And the other side of this basket weave scrapbook paper is this red and white check. So I said, what if I do something a little bit different here? And what I did was draw the outline of the tulip on this green paper, and I cut it out, and then I glued it on here. So instead of having like a raised tulip, these are recessed a little bit because the red and white is the back of that paper. And I glued the green paper on top, and then I took some of my Sakura glaze pen and I sketched in the detail of the tulips. So I had never done this before, so it's a little bit different. And I love trying things that are a little bit different. So again, I cut out the shape, and the color that you see is actually the back of that paper. I didn't add on those tulips. So that was fun. That was a little bit different. That was fun to do. But I'm going to leave this journal in the pile because, like I said, I do have something I want to put on these pages. So this is going to go back over here. Okay, next up are the dies, and each winner will get a set of the hand-painted fairy houses, which would be one of these, one of those, and one of those. So you get that. Plus you will get a set of maybe mixed colors, but the different scrapbook papers. Okay, so probably 3 different ones. I'm looking for the other one. The mushroom. I know I have some mushrooms here. Oh, these are pretty. How about that one? Okay, so 3 people will win this. You'll get a set of the hand-painted ones and a set of these scrapbook paper ones. And I will send these to you. And what folks did was, in their comments, they picked a number. They popped in a number between 1 and 100. So I am going to just go to a random number picker on my phone. Okay, so I went to the random number picker. Where's my pencil? My pencil is here. And just when I went to the website, it picked number 7. So we will start with number 7. And then hit generate 53. And hit generate 37. Oops. 37. So I have to go to my computer now and go to the website because I didn't write everybody's name and number down. I figured I could just go look at the comments and then I would know, you know, who won. So Janet B, Janet Battaglia had 7 on the nose. Adele had 45. And I believe that is the closest to 53 without going over. Rhonda was close. She had 44. Adele had 45. And there was nothing else in the 40s or 50s. Or Christiana had 59, but that was too high. And Coralie had 37 on the nose. We had 2 on the nose. All right, whose addresses do I have? Well, I don't believe I have any of these addresses. Now, Coralie is Magic by the Ocean, and I believe she lives in France. Adele, I don't know where you are, but Janet Battaglia, Adele, and Coralie, Magic by the Ocean, you need to email me your address. My email is pat.catucci@yahoo.com. You can also find it in the About if you scroll down and click on business inquiry or something like that, and then the email is there. But I'll give it again, pat.catucci@yahoo.com. So I want to thank everyone for their support. And oh my gosh, there was 28 people that popped in numbers. I'm sorry if this is reflecting here. Give you something to look at there. 28 people, there was more comments than that, but 28 people popped in numbers. And the 3 numbers again were 7. Janet Battaglia had 7 on the nose. Adele put in 45. The number chosen was 53. And Coralie at Magic by the Ocean chose 37, which was exactly on the nose. I can't believe 2 of them hit it right, right on the nose. So I think, was that everything for today? Yes. Okay, well, that pile of journals is still sitting over there, but it'll be there for another day. Oh, here's one of the little birds. Just flying around the table. So thanks for coming along today for a little bit of journaling and a little bit of giveaway and a little bit of Birds of Hope. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.